Good morning, this is Bill from Auto Europe in Naples, and today I have this very attractive BMW 335i Cabrio. This is an E93 chassis, they would call it. The E90 is the series. The E93 became the Cabriolet. You can see it's a very attractive car all in all. It's got the very traditional kidney grills up front, the rondelle in the hood, if not aggressive, certainly determined looking headlamps, fog lamps down low, nice little air winglets and intakes, and they managed to make it look like a car that means business without just bulging it up with too much crap. It's a nice pure design, this car. Looks really good with those large optional turbine looking wheels, little fender flares here and there, all just very nice and proper. What we're gonna do is run the top down. One of the drawbacks of this car, if you want to consider it a drawback, is people don't really know it's a convertible. I mean, the only clue you have are these two little brakes in the top line here with these hinges. Otherwise, it just has this look like it is a fixed roof coupe. And if you're one of those guys that wants to advertise you're in a convertible, that's a drawback. Anyway, let's hop in. Now, it does have comfort access, so we should be able to fire it up just by foot on the brake, start stop button. And we can run the top by this. Okay, so down go the windows. Top smoothly releases, folds together in this beautiful harmony, the way the back and the front come together. And down it goes into the trunk. Very, very nice. Then the light will go off green first and go off when it's down. Okay, so now we have the car in its more natural position, and that is topless, where it looks fantastic. You've got that big aluminum hard roof stowed under the trunk, and I have to say, it really is one of the best aluminum roofs in the business. Let's get inside of there. So you can see even with the top down, you do get a little area where you can put stuff under. It's actually quite tall as well. Your access to it is limited, and in fact you can use the comfort access system to raise the roof and get in there, but it just feels complicated every time I do, so I'm not going to bother with it. But anyway, you do get to have some stuff. When the top is up, you can fit a set of golf clubs in there, which is nice. Look at those big twice pipes at the bottom, letting that turbocharged motor breathe. And anyway, just all very lovely. You can see it also has the parking sensors there in the bumper. Close that. Yeah. Have a look under the hood. All right, under here, and how many times have we lifted the hood on one of these cars and talked about the magic that lies within? But here is the magic that lies within. This is a twin scroll turbocharged inline 6, 3 liters, 300 horsepower. It's the second generation of this motor that came out in the 07 335s. It had the same horsepower figure, but with the twin scroll, they've made it more reliable, more fuel efficient, and more powerful all at the same time, torque-wise. So it does have some pep to it. You can see this is a nice low mileage one owner car, so everything looks proper under there, all very lovely. And, again, BMW just makes the best inline 6s in the business. Pains me to say that as a Mercedes guy. And I am quite chipper to say that BMW's 8 cylinders are kind of crappy. So Mercedes does build a better 8. Anyway, there it is. Great engine under the hood of this thing. That's mounted to the Steptronic 6-speed automatic transmission that works really nice. Just love this interior color. No birds out today. It's kind of unsettling, their absence. All right, another feature I like in this car is this kind of pickup truck rear seat setup. So I can fold that seat forward. You see it has nice black carpet, which makes it much easier to carry cargo without screwing up your leather. If you've got the top down, you stop in a little store to grab some Chinese food or something. You don't have to dick around with opening the trunk. You just throw that guy down, throw that stuff in there. You don't have to worry about it staining anything or wrecking your leather. You can see it's got a pass through into the trunk as well, so all your long cargo, golf clubs would even work in there. It looks big enough for them, so maybe you do get to have the top down with some golf clubs, giving up the rear seats. You also get these little plastic shopping bag holders, so if you hang your stuff from there, the cargo is not going to go flying around everywhere. No shortage on compartments in the back. Look at that. You get a little spot there. You get some weird looking cup holders there. You get what probably was an ashtray back in the day there, and some vents, everything nice and proper. All right, the front, this being the sport package car, it's got these little thigh support things that come out. Nice, beautiful Dakota leather, very rich, very lovely. They're, of course, 16-way power seats with memory. I think they're heated. Maybe not. Either way, fine. And just a great looking car. You have to love the black and saddle contrast everywhere, like in the door panels, the trim. Look at that big chunk of wood there on the bottom. You know, that's a nice touch because it's a little bit concealed. You know, you've got the top of the armrest over it. You've got a place that would have been logical to put wood here, but they didn't. But there it is down there. And it's those kind of subtle touches that really make the car feel nice. All right. Top end. So again, with comfort access, you can lock and unlock the door with the key in your pocket. Once you do, you just go over here, foot up. Okay, so as I was saying, you can lock and unlock the car with the key in your pocket. Also, you put your foot on the brake. You don't have to put it in this little slot here unless you need to recharge the battery. And tap that guy, it all fires right to life. You've got a very nicely, traditionally laid out BMW instrument cluster there. You've got white face gauges. They're red at night, the color that the BMW engineers say that you need to see. You got your fuel over on the left, your water temp on the right. Yeah, 160 mile an hour speedo, 7,000 RPM tach, a little bit of driver information stuff, digital on the bottom, and all the warning lights up on top. So just a very nicely laid out instrument cluster. You've got automatic headlamps over here. Stock wise, you've got your, this goes through the different driver information stuff, so you can change to your miles per gallon, your range, you know, that sort of thing. Nice. Cruise control down here. Wipers over there. Beautiful thick leather steering wheel, very sporty. You got your flippity paddles. The first generation just had two paddles that didn't really make any sense. Well, they did if you got them, but this has a plus and a minus on it. You don't go one way or the other. If you want down, you're on the left. If you want up, you're on the right. Makes much more sense than the earlier version. Over here, you've got your lock and unlock button. Very traditional. Dynamic traction control to, you know, if you want to smoke the tires, you turn that guy off. BMWs now, you have to be a professional to use it. Oh God, what are these people listening to? You know, I told the guys in the back, leave it on normal stations. Do not put it on these stupid things that nobody listens to except miserable. Anyway. Chill. That sounds like something. That's not something I'd like. Anyway, there, you get it. If you want your satellite, it's there. This also has your Bluetooth, so you can also get into other various bits and pieces like the comfort assist, dual side climate control, and yes, it does have the heated seats. They're right there, all very nice. This turns off the parking sensors. If you know your position, it's beeping at you anyway. Up top, you've got a self-dimming mirror, home link garage door beneath it, this ridiculous big Kojak bubble under it. I don't know why it needs to be that big. You got a compass in there. You got cup holders that are sure to break but are working for the moment coming out of there. One of my, again, complaints about this car is the electric releasing glove box. You know, they break. I can't get in the glove box half the time. Nice that it's working on this one. But, you know, BMW is kind of famous for reinventing the wheel. And I just don't feel they need to make it electronically. I mean, you've got an actual latch there that looks like it could have come off a 76 Corolla. And instead of moving the release mechanism, it triggers an electric motor to open the glove box. That just seems ridiculous to me. Anyway, little place here for your phone. Here's your Steptronic shifter. If you want to go manual, you go over to the left. You can bang your way through the gears. You got another cup holder here, place for stuff. You got iPod, USB, 12-volt outlet, all very nice. And of course, your top control. All right, let's go for a spin. So of course driving is what a 3 Series is about. It's, you know, for guys and gals who, you know, need to get from point A to point B, and they want to do it with a little bit of excitement and feeling. When you're driving a 3 Series, you know you're running a machine. You just know it. No question about it. The car just feels good, you know, from every angle. You know, what you feel under the gas pedal feels good. What you feel with the steering wheel feels good. Let's see, we go into manual mode. Yeah, you see now we're in M1, so it's holding first gear. This is going to be nice to shift, where I don't have to do this big giant reach over with the clutch pedal. I can just sort of try and bang the plus as we go. But anyway, you know, every 3 Series has been on, you know, Car and Driver's 10 Best list since the beginning. They're just historically acclaimed and loved by automotive journalists and enthusiasts and car people worldwide. You know, again, as a Mercedes guy, I'm trained to dislike BMW. You know, it's Saab, Volvo, Chevy, Ford, BMW, Mercedes, I guess Audi makes it a trifecta. Datsun, Nissan, you know, Toyota, Lexus, so on and so forth. And I have picked Mercedes-Benz, but despite that, you can't help but love a BMW 3 Series. And in fact, I've owned a couple of them. Sorry for all the noise. The E30 was probably the best E-Series ever. The sound of a turbocharged inline-6 3 Series spooling up. It just sounds like you're in an old F1 car or something. Very, very cool. Anyway, this is a 2011 335i Cabrio. Nice color combination, 47,000 miles, good equipment, lovely to look at. Just a lovely, lovely car. Folding hardtop convertible. There's nothing not to like about this thing. One owner Carfax. Come get it. It's a fantastic piece. You have an interest, give us a call. 239-298-8000 on the web at aenaples.com. Sorry for all the noise this morning. We need to get our top up or find a more peaceful locale. Anyway, thanks again. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.